Is 2023 going to be the right or the wrong market for homeowners looking to sell their homes in Venice, California? I am looking to tackle that very question as I dissect the numbers from Q4. So by the end of this video, you have a complete, true story of where this market currently is in Venice and where the market is likely to be going, along with tips and tricks for those buyers and sellers who are still serious about winning in this market. The numbers don't lie, my friends. Let's get into the truth.
Package be booming, yeah, we got it, got it. She picky and choosing in love with the moment, yeah, we got it. They cannot do what we doing, you see how we moving, we got it. Mess with the squad, you try.
Thanks so much for tuning in, my friends. Eric Haas here. If you're joining me for the first time, I'm with Sotheby's Realty here on the west side of Los Angeles, out of Santa Monica, and we're just keeping it real, delivering value for buyers, sellers, and homeowners who are just wanting to understand where this market is, where it's going, and we're covering Venice right here in this video coming up. We covered Mar Vista last week, so make sure you check that out if that is a neighborhood that interests you. But before we jump into the Venice numbers and see what the true story is for that market and where it's going, if you can smash the subscription button, that makes sure that it reaches more people and helps more people. If you could like the video, that just lets me know that I'm actually doing something right. And number 3, if you can comment, there is nothing more in the world that I would like to do more than help you out. So without further ado, let's get into these numbers. The truth is here. Part 1 of 5. Let's get right into these numbers, my friends, as we take a look at the number of active listings, pending listings, and number of sold listings for Q4 2022, a wrap-up of the year. And we're going to look at 1 year ago, Q4 2021, a hot seller's market, and see exactly whether or not this market we're experiencing is still on point, if it's changing up to a hot buyer's market maybe, or if there's just an in limbo right now. Let's check it out. Active listings, we see a tremendous increase, a 41% increase from Q4 2021 at 46 listings, now at 65 for Q4 2022. Now, to put that in perspective, my friends, that 46 accounted for only 2 weeks worth of inventory that would be available if all of it was sold at that one point in time in Q4. Still a hot seller's market that we experienced literally all the way through the last few weeks of September. Now, if we look at this Q4 2022 active listings, we have almost 2 months worth of inventory, a dramatic increase showing that maybe these inflation rates and these higher interest rates are finding a lot of buyers still on the sidelines. However, those serious buyers out there, and especially those that are all cash buyers, they're definitely finding some great opportunities as the inventory continues to increase. And that increase in inventory, sellers, you gotta pay attention to your price, because that competition is only increasing every single week, and that is going to hurt you in the end if you do not price your home correctly from day one. Now, if we look at the number of pending listings, you will see that that has dropped significantly as well. 25 in Q4 2021, 36% drop to 16 pending in Q4 2022. Again, interest rates are impacting buyers' ability to buy, or buyers' confidence really, because prices really haven't dropped that dramatically, but we are starting to see a new trend happening, and we're going to get to that in part 2. But as you see with the number of listings sold as well, another big hit. There were 80 homes that sold in Q4 2021 for Venice, California, still painting a very clear picture that it was a hot seller's market and things were moving. Take a look at Q4 2022 a year later. Things are slowing down. 37 homes total sold, and that is 54% drop compared to that hot seller's market from 1 year. When the market begins to change, new trends are sure to emerge, and we are definitely seeing that right now as we had to implement part 2 of 5, where we're taking a look at the latest new trend in housing on the west side of Los Angeles, and probably mostly throughout Los Angeles and the nation for that matter, is price reductions. Sellers are actually getting very competitive with their pricing now, and if they didn't price it correctly from day one, they're taking a hefty price reduction, usually to the tune of at least $100,000, making it even more competitive for homeowners who are thinking of coming on the market, because the active listings right now, as I mentioned in part 1, is already at 65, giving you no opportunity to start at a high price and then just simply reduce. Be very smart, sellers, when you come to market, that you have a pricing strategy in place where you can still see yourself getting above and beyond the asking price. But as far as the whole, for the inventory of Venice, 29% of the market has taken at least one price reduction. Buyers, this should be something that kind of gets your ears interested, because price reductions are just the start of what a seller is willing, and you are in a prime position right now, buyers, to take advantage of not only a price reduction, but a seller's willingness to also provide the opportunity to buy down your rate with points, to provide a stipend, to also offer seller financing. And on top of that, buyers, you are in a prime position right now to negotiate credits and repairs, which was something unheard of 1 year ago. Now, buyers are in the driver's seat, especially if sellers are not going to price their home correctly. Now, if you really want to take it one step further and be very serious about it as a buyer, look at the adjustable rates. 5 to 7 year adjustable rate is at 5.5%. In 5 to 7 years, you know that this market is going to bounce back. So you simply refinance. And that's exactly personal story talking right there, is I did the exact same thing and then reaped the benefit and got a 2.9% refinance at the end of the day. Now, I can't guarantee it's going to go down that low, but that's what you have to look forward to when you buy in a market where the interest rate is a little bit higher. You get the opportunity to refinance down. Now, sellers, pay attention. If you were to sell your home in the first 30 days, shockingly enough, even in this market where inventory is rising and there's not that many buyers out there that are seriously looking, you can still get 101% of the original list price if you price correctly with the right pricing strategy. However, things get dismal if you start getting past that 30 days. And if you're selling after 30 days, you've probably taken at least one price reduction, or you're having conversations about it with your agent, and you're likely to get 96% of the original listing price if you're lucky. As the market continues to change, though, and you are sitting on the market and more inventory continues to pile up, and you're taking price reductions trying to catch the market and catch up with buyer interest, if you sell after 60 days, you're looking at 93% of the original listing price if you're lucky. Again, with the rising interest rate, more and more buyers are not going to be coming to the market as quickly as we would like. Let's get into part 3. Median active price, median pending price, and the median sold price. We're comparing quarter 4 2022 versus a year ago, quarter 4 2021, a hot sellers market. We are dispelling the myth whether or not this hot sellers market is continuing, and there are instances where it is showing itself. As you saw in part 2, if you sell in the first 30 days, you have a strong likelihood of getting 101% of the original list price. So that is showing that some sellers are pricing correctly and still finding the win in this changing market that we're experiencing. But if we look at that median active price, you would like to see, in a changing market, you would like to see that price coming down. However, it has gone up compared to 1 year ago, a hot sellers market, finding the median active price at 3.1 million for quarter 4 2021, a 3% increase to 3.2 million being the median active price for quarter 4. Not a huge increase, but that $100,000 increase is probably going to scare a lot of buyers back to the fence, because these interest rates are just not coming down fast enough quite yet. Now, if we look at the median pending price, you will see that there is a discrepancy between the median pending price of quarter 4 2021 at 2.4 million and the median pending price for quarter 4 2022 at 2.3 million. A 4% drop, but it is an indication showing that there is not that many buyers out there, and that homes are selling a bit below what the asking price is, showing the difference between the median active price and that median pending price of $900,000. That really needs to be addressed and focused on with a correct pricing strategy, or sellers, we're going to just see more of the same. We're going to see you having to reduce your price more, and you're going to just be double down when you get hit with credits and requests for repairs. It's just going to be an awful scene. So price your home correctly from day one. Now, if we look at our median sold price, you're going to see a 12% drop, 2.5 million being the median sold price for quarter 4 2021. Again, that was a hot sellers market that we were experiencing then all the way basically till the 3rd week of September, and then things started to change. And as we see, our median sold price took that 12% drop to 2.2 million, finding buyers who are serious and can still be out there in the face of these interest rates, or buyers that are all cash, reaping in the opportunities, leveraging these sellers who are starting to feel the burn from competition as inventory increases. They're starting to have to reduce their price. And again, as I mentioned time and time again already, buyers, you've got requests for repairs, credits now that you couldn't get a year ago. Sellers are willing to do so much more for you to get their property sold. It's not just selling in that first week. So they are offering stipends again. They're offering to pay down your points on your rate. They're offering to provide seller financing at the end of the day. So do not be scared of these rates. There are ways and options to make it happen and get you into that dream home. And again, part 4 of 5. And these changes in our marketplace, especially here in Venice, California, seem to be pretty legit as we take a look right now at average days on market, the sold volume, and the sold price versus the original list price. And as we saw earlier, we're comparing Q4 2022 versus 1 year ago, a hot seller's market, Q4 2021. And the average days on market in 2021 Q4 was 48. You would think on the higher side, but that is just simply the case with Venice. They also have a homeless issue as well there that I'm really hoping and excited to hear what Councilman Tracy Park is going to be doing. I know she's going to be doing some great things, and I hope to see them soon. But our average days on market is still kind of high, with it even being a hot seller's market, and it increased 4% to 50 being the average days on market, which is not spelling out a good thing, especially if you were thinking that this market is still a hot seller's market. You'd like to see that number continuing to go down. But with the lack of buyers out there and sellers still overpricing their homes and finding themselves having to reduce, the average days on market is continuing to tick up. And as we look at the sold volume, we're seeing very clearly that the market has changed. 223 million being the sold volume for Q4 2021, a hot seller's market, a Q4 market. Again, remember, people think that things are seasonal, but 223 million selling in a hot seller's market Q4 2021 versus 93 million. Crickets, I know, right? That is a 317% drop to 93 million being the sold volume for Q4 2022. Look, guys, there are not that many buyers out there that can afford what these interest rates are offering right now. So you better be getting clear about the options that you're going to be offering if you do not price your home correctly from day one, because you will be in a position where you're offering options or you're taking rather large price reductions, and they start minimum $100,000 for your first reduction, and it only gets worse, and that's not where you want to be. So as you can see, that volume is down and inventory is picking up, and sellers are just having to get even more smart about their prices. If they don't, price reductions happen, and you saw that in part 2. Sold price versus the original list price. In a hot seller's market, Venice was getting 95% of the original list price for Q4 2021. It was approaching 100% during the course of 2022, and then, of course, those end weeks of September 2022 saw change happening in every market. And that's how we dropped from 95%, a 3% drop, to 92% of the original list price when selling in Venice for Q4 2022. So things are definitely changing. And if you're in a position, buyers, to take advantage and leverage this market, this might be that opening that you're looking for, because once interest rates change and they start to drop, these prices can maintain where they are and continue to go back up. And then you have even more competition to compete with, because more and more buyers are going to get off the fence once the interest rate starts to go down. Part 5 of 5, my friends. We have already gotten through parts 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it's pretty clear that Venice's housing market is on the verge of change. Not so much the hot seller's market it was once accustomed to, but not necessarily a hot buyer's market nonetheless either. But there are opportunities for both buyers and sellers to continue to be a success in this marketplace. But we're taking a look at the number of homes selling above the asking price, at asking, and below the asking price in this final part, because it's going to paint a very clear picture that this market is changing. And again, there are so many opportunities for buyers to leverage. Now, if we look at the number of homes selling above the asking price, there were 19 double-digit numbers for Q4 2021, a hot seller's market. Out of 80 homes selling total, that accounted for 36% of the homes selling above the asking price. If we look at Q4 2022, we see 7 homes selling above the asking price. And remember, only 37 homes sold in Q4 2022. Now, that number 7 accounts for 19% of all the homes selling in Q4 2022. sold above the asking price. Now the differential though between quarter 4 21 and 22 is 17%, clearly showing the market is changing, and changing maybe towards the better for buyers. Looking at the number of homes selling at asking price, 9 sold at asking out of 80 homes selling total in quarter 4 2021. 9 accounts for 17% of the homes selling at asking price. If we look at sold at asking for homes in quarter 4 2022, we're at 5, and that's 13% of all the homes selling. But then we come down to the number of homes selling below the asking price, and again, that's where buyers are really going to have a great opportunity. And that number doesn't look like it went down all that much, because you got to remember again that quarter 4 2021 saw 80 homes selling. So 52 homes of that 80 homes selling in quarter 4 2021 sold below the asking price. That 52 accounted for 65% of all the homes selling below the asking price in quarter 4 2021. But we move over to the number of homes selling below asking price in quarter 4 2022, and it looks like it's been cut in half. It's at 25. However, remember again, 37 homes sold total in quarter 4 2022. That 25 number counts for 68% of all the homes selling quarter 4 2022 sold below the asking price. So that's actually up 3% since the hot sellers market, and with not so much selling, it's only probably going to increase as we saw so many homes in part 2 enduring that new trend of price reductions. So my friends, that wraps up this video. You can clearly see that the hot sellers market is clearly not so much the case anymore, and not just an automatic for everyone. It is happening as long as sellers are pricing their homes correctly. But buyers, if you're open to the idea, really take advantage of that adjustable 5 to 7 year, because you will get in at 5.5%. It gives you the opportunity to get into your dream home before the competition starts to pick up, as interest rates are expected to come down at some point this year. So take advantage of this opportunity where the inventory is climbing, with sellers competing for your interest with price reductions, leaving you with an even better position to reap more benefits with requests for repairs and credits, and seller financing and seller stipends, and sellers paying down your rate so that they can actually sell and move on and find you in your dream home. So on that note, my friends, thank you so much for joining me. Hope you found this extremely informative. If you haven't already, smash that subscription so that I can reach more people and help them out. And make sure you're liking this video, because it just lets me know I'm doing this right. And leave a comment, because this is what the video is all about. If you've got questions that came up during the course of this video, please comment below, and I'm more than happy to help you personally if you are looking to buy or sell in Venice, California, or in any of the neighborhoods here on the west side of Los Angeles. Have a great one. I'll see you on the next video, where we are talking about Santa Monica and its housing market for 2023.